Well, hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your July reading. Um, Listen, your reading is very good and uplifting. It is. So we're going to get into it. I'm going to go to your cards and then we'll talk about what we got, okay? So we have Wounded Child in Reverse and Gambler. We have Imagine, Peace, and Go the Distance. You got a lot of cards, but it's okay. Playing it safe, Lake in Stillness, Taking Steps, Dream and Traveler, and Sacred Temple, Dragonfly Emergence. So let's start with your personality here. I can see that in the past, you haven't had the best situation. So this is either you struggle in love, you struggle in life, you struggle with ego, you struggle with taking risks, something of that nature. So it feels like something maybe has happened, or you try to play it safe in a lot of ways, but it's based on some sort of trauma response, believe it or not, okay? Some sort of shadow work that needs to be done, but we're not going to touch on that right now. You're in a situation in July where you need to take some risks, some steps. You need to make some moves, and it's very scary for you to do that. But in order to get to the promised land, which we'll get to, that's what Sacred Temple and Dragonfly Emergence. There's something beautiful ahead of you, but you have to take a step. You have to go for it, you know? It's like it's meant for you. It's meant for you. And it's meant to be not easy to get there because you have to take a leap of faith. You have to trust. You have to open up in order to get it. It's like a reward at the end, right? And I feel like it opens up a world to you that you can only imagine. It's one of those things, you know, a love you can only imagine, self-esteem that you can only imagine, confidence, success, abundance that you can only imagine. I feel like you do like to play it safe. I'm seeing it a few places here. You like to play it safe. And you have this mindset of if I kind of stay in the fray, in the middle, if I don't ruffle feathers, if I don't make any moves, like any big moves, that things will just be the way they are. You know, like it'll work out. It's the scheme of things, right? But people have to take risks. I mean, look at CEOs. They take risks, big risks, right? Some work, some don't. And you have to have faith and believe in something beautiful and keep pushing through because there is something beautiful at the end. Okay? So let's get into your cards, Scorpio. So embrace that there are some things that you might not see coming, that you can't calculate. Okay? And they don't necessarily have to be bad, they could be good. Star, faith, exactly. Death, new beginning. Nine of Swords, worry. That's it right there in a row. Okay. Tower, Ten of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Four of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the World card. Yeah, look at that. You're definitely going on a new phase. Don't be afraid that you're going to lose everything. This is the overall energy for you, the July. You're not going to lose anything. You know, you've built pretty good foundations. Okay, you're okay. You have a leg to stand on. But in order to have change, you have to make change. You have to go into a new phase to open a new door. You know, it's like you have to close one door for another one to open. That's the energy that you're in. And don't be afraid of that. Okay. So, yeah. You have a focus. I don't know if it's just right now, but the focus is family, longevity, investments. How is the future? Am I doing what I need to cultivate my future, to make sure things are stable? Thinking about your family, things like that. Okay? But you have dreams. You have wishes, you have desires, you have feelings about things, about your future and about your life that could be thought of to be counterproductive to your future, because they have a level of risk in them. Okay. But they're always there. The feeling is there, the idea is there, the want is there, the drive is there. Yeah, you're worrying about breaking the monotony, breaking what you have built. So you hang on, you wait, but you really want to move. That's the thing. You really want to move. And you're like, it could be good for my future. It could be good for the long term, but then it could be bad. You know, I feel like curiosity gets the best of you in July. Really digging in gets the best of you. And you're not sure if it's going to work, but I feel like you're doing enough. You're pushing your already established boundaries, even though you need to go further, you know, into it. It's like you're like, I got one foot in instead of putting your whole body in the pool. It's for safety. Ooh, you have a feeling you're going to miss out on something if you don't take the risk. There's also this idea, it's like you get a little bit more confident or something in July, Scorpio. And you're like, if I don't take the risk, I'll never know. And if it fails, I can always work myself back or learn something from this experience and then be able to move on from it, you know? But I feel really like you just want a new beginning. There's something that you love or something that you want to do, and you're like, I'm going to dive in and then we're going to figure it out as we go. That's what I feel like you want to do more. But as a fail safe, depending on where you are mentally, honestly, if it fails, you feel like you can always take a step back. Ooh. Whatever this thing is that's in your mind, this thing that you want, it is really going through your head in July. I don't know if you have time to think about it, or that desire to want more is really picking up for you. And it's not bad. It's just that you have a desire, right? And I feel like it's really shaking you up. It's shaking up what you believe. It's shaking up how you usually handle things. It kind of reminds me of like when you're in love, you're like, I'm going to take this risk. I just need to take this risk. I care about this person so much. I want this so much, right? You want this so much. And you want to know like what it's like to have it and put the work in and see if it can work out. I feel like there is this pull for you, Scorpio, to do. You need to do this. You need to find out. So I see a new beginning for you, a transformation as far as how you usually think about things in your life, like, because it's going to change things, you know, it's a new situation. It's going to change things. There are moments, if not someone, yeah, there, people will not like this. Not everyone is going to be on board, and you may feel like you made a bad decision because sometimes the trial of the public, is that what they call it? The public jury is tough, okay, to go against because it feels like you're standing alone. But I do feel like you have some good people or a good foundation behind you. So you don't have to worry about that much. There's just that little bit of like, people are judging me type of feeling. Some people will handle that better than others. So I'm just putting it out there because it's in the cards. But I see you eventually, because you at least have one person on your side here. You are able to fight against that public notion, right? Because I feel like it's more that you're not doing what you usually do, so people don't know how to react to it, or you're not how you usually are. So they are like, I don't like change, something must be bad, something must be going on. But really, it's not as bad as it looks. You will have some setbacks. You need to know that. Okay. You will have some setbacks, but keep working, because honestly, this relationship, this situation, this opportunity is for you, but you have to keep pushing. It's like you have to show the universe that you truly want it, that it's something that you desire, right? So you can't let doubt or lack of faith get you down, right? You have to keep pushing, because there is something here for you. I see in the future. I'm not seeing it in July, but things will turn out really, really well. But July is more of the time where you build inner strength, because it's something that you want to do, like faith in your path and your choices, and that's what pushes you forward. It's like you need that internal motivation first, because you're not going to get it from the outside. Okay. I ain't gonna lie, your love life is taking it up a notch. Okay. The passion is mutual. And I feel like once you open up, and once this other person you're with or trying to approach opens up, it goes pretty fast and you're very happy. That's what I see in July. It's like once those floodgates open up for the both of you, it's like two waves crashing into each other. And then when it settles down, it's like beautiful ocean. That's the only way to explain it. That's what your love energy looks like. and honestly, if you're not already together in a long-term relationship, it looks like you can really take this far, right? But it's interesting because it won't start unless you have faith. It's like you have to have faith to get it started and to get the movement going, to open up the floodgates. And then you have to learn when the crash hits. You have to learn how to work things out between you two, to have that cohesive calm. And then it's just beautiful from there. Okay. Honestly, that's what I see in your love space. You need to be able to stand up for yourself and stand up for what you believe in, and fight and push and be motivated and work hard in July. Especially when things are handed to you, or it's not easy, or it's not smooth. You need to be able to get through that. Okay. The hard times may get to you mentally, but you can push through it. It's not going to last forever. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. You have a lot in your communication. Okay. So let's say you're on a job interview. Okay. We're going to use that as an example, Scorpio. Keep putting in applications. Keep expressing how you feel. Keep looking for what you want. Okay, with the passion and drive that you love it, or that you know it can be yours. You're going to be like this in all of your life. Now, you're not being pushy. You're just being motivated. Okay, there's a difference. You need to have something as a remembrance of why you're doing this. What will happen if you lose it or you don't take the risk? And, Yeah, it's like believe it and it'll come to be. That's the honest truth. You can speak and action things into reality for sure in July. You just have to believe. That's the first step, I feel like. So money and career. I see some change in your career or your money situation. It feels like the death of something, but it's also the beginning of something, right? It's more like a transformation, but you probably don't see it that way. You probably see it as an ending and a beginning, but it's a transformation into something new, into a different phase of your life. Yeah, that's the way to explain it. It feels like a different phase of your life. And I feel like at first you aren't in it. Maybe you're trying to find ways to make excuses or get out of it, or, negative talk in a way. But it really doesn't change anything. So you have to learn how to take the situation with grace and do what you have to do to get through it and move on to the next phase. Okay? Okay. So. Balance. Balance. I feel like I don't have anything to say, but balance is important, Scorpio. So not too much of one thing and not too less of another. Try to be in the middle as much as possible, not in your decision making, but in your emotional responses and in your emotional space. Okay? Try to be in the middle, not decision making, but like try to keep a calm, respectful middle ground as far as emotions go. How to balance, how to compromise, things like that. Mysticism. The universe is working through you and for you in July. Like I said, there are changes, but you have to have faith that changes can happen, that changes are good, that that something beautiful can come out of something different. Sometimes you have to take a risk as well. Soulmate, yeah. You definitely have the opportunity to meet some sort of soulmate or the person that's definitely for you, or take some sort of risk to have them in your life, right? But I feel like you have to have faith. You have to open up. You have to say yes. You have to take the step. There's something there that you have to do. And like I said, I'm going to repeat this again because it's exactly what it feels like. It's like the floodgates are opening for you and for them. Once those floodgates open, the waves come crashing in, right? And then you have to learn how to balance and compromise and get through the initial hardships. And then after that, you're pretty much good because you have a foundation. You have something that works. You get it. You can work it out from there. Okay? All right. So I love you, Scorpio. I wish you the best. It was a beautiful reading. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.